Welcome to Kitchen Engineering, and today we're going to be cooking a poor man's crab mac and cheese. Now, the first thing you're going to need, of course, is some imitation crab meat. It's actually pretty good. Some shells and cheese in this case, cooking spray, frying pan, and a pot, as well as some butter. And in this case, I have some Cabot Vermont extra sharp cheddar and some Parmesan cheese too. Now, whenever I go and cook this, it's going to taste great. Step one is going to be putting cooking spray in the pot where you're going to be boiling the water, because the shells and cheese that this comes in tends to occasionally stick to the pot itself. So just for now, we're going to, while it is heating up, fill it up about halfway with water. Also, after you put some water in it, I forgot to add this as an ingredient. This is something I learned from chemistry. Add a bit of salt to the water to increase its boiling point so you can cook faster. And add some olive oil to help the pasta not stick to itself as much. Dabble do you. And remember to have some extra water on hand after you start boiling, because just in case the water runs out. Once the pot comes to a boil, then put the butter in your frying pan at a medium-high heat. Remember to let it saute until it's covered the bottom, and make sure to add however much synthetic crab you want on your mac and cheese with crab. Chopping it up is a good method for making sure the crab gets properly cooked. It's already pre-cooked, but this way you can get some really good flavor out of it. Remember, whenever you add the shells or the mac, it may cause it to stop boiling. Don't worry, and just, if it's an electric kettle, just rotate it slightly every once in a while, and that will help it to heat up faster. Now don't forget to stir the noodles occasionally. Also, make sure to tap it lightly and get a feel for how firm you want it to be. Right now you can hear it whenever you tap it, so that is nowhere near boiled enough. But once you tap it and you feel how soft it is, that's when it'll be just right, but that's not yet. This is a brand new pot, so it slides in the bottom extremely easily. Make sure when stirring it to properly get every bit of it that's on the bottom on the top, and every bit of it that's on the top on the bottom. This right here is a very common move done to do that. And then there's also the rotation. Don't be afraid to go the other way as well. As you can see, as the water is absorbed into the noodles, there seems to be less and less water, which is why you need water on the side. Let's add some now. Make sure to stop just in time for there to be just a little bit of boiling so it can come back quickly. Whenever you tap it and you feel a little bit of firmness left, that's al dente. But what I like is whenever it's soft all the way through. I like it when it's really tender. And whenever it starts to boil over like this, easily, that's about whenever it's done. So let's turn it off and get ready for the next stage. Done cooking, we can start with the stream. Most of these types of pre-made noodles tend to have special ingredients built into it to help with the mixture, and so they say do not wash it with water, and that is a very good idea to listen to, because it interferes with the texture. Once it has sat there for about 30 seconds, make sure you let a little bit out the bottom, and that's natural right there. That's how it's supposed to look when it comes out the bottom. Try and let a little extra out, and then just pour it right back into it and get it out of the way. A little bit of it missed it, but that's fine. We can just pick that up. Yeah, that's fine. Next is going to be adding the crab to it, the synthetic crab. It's been cooked. I overcooked it just a bit, but that's fine. Adds just a little bit of crunchiness to it. Hasn't been burned or anything. It's just, you know, a little bit browned and blackened in some spots, not burned. And after this, you start adding the sharp cheddar. The best way to go about adding sharp cheddar is to have it freshly grated. And what I'm doing here is I'm going to add a little bit, then stir it some, and then add a little bit and stir it some until I've added enough to keep me satisfied. Now remember not to add so much that you end up putting too much in there that you can't add the packs. They usually come with these cheap things of mac and cheese, or shells and cheese in this case. I'm going to add the shells and cheese and the cheese to the shells and mix it up. If it ever feels like it's too thick, you can add some water. It's the great thing about whenever you're making this instant mac and cheese stuff is that you can always thin it out with water. It's just how it works. You notice it seems to mix much better now. Much more smoothly. Always remember you can add water. But if you put too much water, it's harder to take water out. Even if it dries after you're done cooking it, you can just add a little bit of water and it'll be good. And once you feel it has been cooked enough, turn off the heat, and also it has to be mixed. Make sure it's very well mixed, and then once you have it cooked, top it off with some Parmesan cheese. Now, I know this doesn't look very pretty, but trust me when I say it is amazingly good. I didn't even use more than a quarter cup of sharp cheddar just to add to it, and then put a little bit of Parmesan on top. And I put about like 3/4 of a pound of the synthetic crab in there, and it is gonna be awesome. Anyway, until next time. Also, if you like this video, could you hit that like button, and if you want to see more of what I got, hit that subscribe button. And another thing is that whenever you hit the subscribe button, if you want to know exactly right the moment I upload something, just click on that bell thing to turn on instant notifications, because they have changed how subscribers work now. Do that for all your channels. So all the channels you subscribe to. Anyway, this is Kitchen Engineering, and thank you for watching.